It's Monday. I'm Carter. This is 7 Awesome Lesbians. We all had a good weekend. If you're in America, you may or may not have had a 4-day weekend for Veterans Day. I did. It was pretty good. But I watched Boys Don't Cry, and that was a bad idea. That movie is scary. This week's topic is dealing with depression and dysphoria, either in yourself or others. I've never had to deal with depression, like clinical depression, before. It's an illness, so you have to be aware, like, if you're really sad, like, you can be really sad, but you're not necessarily, like, clinically depressed. So, I have been very, very sad and been in very, very dark places, but it hasn't been, like, clinical depression. And friends and family have been in places like that, but it hasn't been, like, clinical depression. So I count myself very lucky that I haven't had to be faced with that yet. I'm sure it will come in people around me. I'm hoping not in myself. Depression runs in my family. So I am always very, very wary and very scared that I will one day, like, succumb to it, because dysphoria and depression go hand in hand. My dysphoria presents more as anxiety than depression, though, but dysphoria sucks. Like, there's no way around it. It freaking sucks. The main way that I deal with dysphoria is through just, like, distracting myself. It might sound stupid, but it does work. I have ways to really distract myself, where you don't, I don't really, like, forget about it, but it, like, numbs out. So, I have 3 main ways of doing that. The first way is through soccer. I just get so wrapped up in the game and, like, little, like, plays that are going out, little tiny details that I'm trying to perfect, like, just, like, the angle of my foot. Like, I get so wrapped up in that it just, like, numbs out. I don't even think about it. You may think that being on a girls' soccer team would make me more dysphoric. Lately that's been true, but for a good 14 years that hasn't been the case. So I count myself lucky that I've had that outlet. The next way, it would be through reading. Books take you to a whole different world, so I found that's a very good way of escaping from it. The third way is music. It's something I've recently developed. I have these big noise cancellation headphones, so I put those on and I turn up really loud, like, headbanging music, all the way up. And, like, when it's that loud with those headphones, like, the only thing you can't think about is the crazy noise that's shredding your eardrum. So that's another way. I think the best way, like, the main thing in dealing with dysphoria and maybe depression too, is just to know that it will get better. You know, you just have to believe that, like, your dysphoria will lessen. You know, you will find ways to lessen your dysphoria. You'll find ways to fit your body and your mind together, and your dysphoria will become less. You know, you just have to believe it will get better. Basically, is just the little mantra that I say in my head. You know, when I get really dysphoric, like, the time will come where I can, like, you know, help fix some of this. I really want to stress that dealing with depression and dysphoria in healthy ways. Just try to stay away from unhealthy ways of dealing with it. And I mean, like, drugs and alcohol, cutting. Don't do that. I think that's all I got for the topic. The question this week is poetry. I don't read poetry and I don't write poetry, so I had a bit of a time with this question. But I did end up finding a pretty cool poem online, so here we go. You better brace yourselves for this. I have heard there are troubles of more than one kind. Some come from ahead and some come from behind. But I've bought a big bat, I'm all ready, you see. Now my troubles are going to have troubles with me. Dr. Seuss is awesome. That's it for this week. Peace, love.